All right, good morning, good afternoon, maybe even good evening, whenever this may find you. So I had to write a lot of notes, and I'm just gonna scatterbrain through this, and I ain't doing any more edits. This is probably like my fifth try. So, to begin with, this Road to Romaniacs, number 12 of maybe 30. We'll see. This is more of Road to Romaniacs, in my opinion. It's kind of a little bit of our life as well, but it'll be good. Like this, man, it's the best year of my life, thanks to a lot of people, mainly remember Maria. So I'd like to be able to look back on these videos and reflect on them, and maybe even share them with my son one day. So it's been almost 2 months. April 11th was my last video I did while we were on a cruise. So as many of you know, April 8th, we flew out of SoCal, California, Palm Springs area, landed in Miami and got on a cruise ship for a transcontinental cruise that lasted 13 days to take us across to landing in, oh my goodness, I don't even remember where we landed at. Oh, I don't know where we landed. So yeah, point being, we were on a cruise for 13 days, and so once we landed, we were going to be in Europe for 15 days. So, I got a note for it. So April 15th, we arrived in Barcelona, Spain. And on the 26th, we took a flight from Barcelona to Venice for a few days in Italy. And then we took a bus from Florence, followed by another bus trip to Rome. And let's see, on May 6th is when we got back from that trip. So while we were on the cruise ship, I got all the workouts. I was doing 2-a-days. It was easy. Gym's 100 yards, maybe 200 yards away. A couple of flights of stairs up, and you got the all-you-can-eat buffet. So it's pretty much just eating, sleeping, and working out. And that was that. Feeling good while I was on that cruise ship for 13 days. The following 15 days, we were touring Europe. We were doing anywhere from 10 to 20,000 steps a day, from 5 to 10 miles a day of walking. Only a couple of 10-mile days of walking. So moving a lot, staying active. No really weight training. Once we hit land, I find places to do some pull-ups and some push-ups and a couple of exercises where we would stay. I would do for physical therapy, mainly for my scapula. So yeah, stay pretty active. So we got back from the cruise on May 6th. We were only in SoCal for 5 days, and then we had to leave to go to Portland, Oregon. Well, in between then, we bought Maria her first new vehicle. Can't thank John from Chavez GMC in Indio, SoCal enough. As a friend of a motorcycle rider. Second vehicle we bought from him, we bought one from him last year as well, because we needed a new vehicle to tow our travel trailer, our home. So yeah, so in between May 6th, May 11th, bought Maria a new vehicle. May 11th, we left Palm Springs for SoCal. Well, we had it scheduled May 12th to meet up with another dirt bike friend who owns a business, Bud's Brake and Wheel Repair. This is Carl Frank in Bakersfield. He was going to help us fix one of our axles. It was bowed. I was getting some uneven tire wear. We wouldn't have made it to Oregon without having to replace the tire, and I don't know, possibly bearing failure, which I don't want to ever have to go through that again. I didn't want to smoke a bearing. So yeah, Carl fixed this up. He replaced the tube to the axle, got that straight, and then replaced all of our bearings. Because it'd been 2 years. This is actually the second time we've done some business with Carl, and I'll keep going back to him if ever on the West Coast. We'll plan a route to him. So yeah, all new bearings, greased the bearings, got that done, and then all in the same day, a couple of hours, not very long at all. and then we continued going towards Portland. So we drive 400 miles. Marie had it all planned out. We'd stop and see some places. Arrived in Portland, Oregon on May 20th, which is also the same day FM Racing. Fred, he got back in touch with me about filling out a questionnaire. It's kind of like your bike prep. A little more to it than that, but it's a Google document. Lots of questions. You answer it, send it back through WhatsApp. But it asks, there's all kinds of options for tires. It asks tubes, mooses, very specific type questions. So filled that out, sent it back to him, and I actually just reached out to him this morning because I was concerned, just wanted to make sure he received it. Yeah, he received it. Cool dude. Chatted back and forth a couple of times. I think it was 7 p.m. there, so it's 10 a.m. here in Portland when I was talking to him. But cool dude. So, yeah, got that done. So that was a Romania thing. Bike prep is ready. Like, all that's been answered and submitted to Fred. He'll have his team work on prepping that bike along with a lot more other competitors' bikes as well. I think he's kind of a big deal there. So it's besides the point. But yeah, got that back. I also asked him like if he knew anybody with the Red Bull media team. Like, I was concerned I haven't heard anything back with him about getting approval to video, and I'm really excited and had high hopes of that. Also, I feel like when I got the last response back, I was feeling pretty good about being given permission to video the Romaniacs race. And he said, yeah, he knows somebody. He's like, yeah, you probably ain't got to worry about that at all. Like, you're good. I showed him the application email that I submitted and everything. So, yeah, no worries there. So, May 24th, first ride back after over 2 months of not riding. What a good dude. His name's Chemo. I met him last year towards the end of our stay up here in Oregon. He took us on a group ride for some very scenic Pacific Northwest summits. Nothing really too challenging. A lot of fast and flow. Well, if I was on that 4-stroke, there was a good little challenging climb. It's a great ride, great scenic points. Got in a little bit of, I don't want to say trouble, but I guess I posted a video of going around the tree instead of under it, and that wasn't a good thing. Like, granted, we had jumped over a lot of trees, or I said rode over a lot of trees and pulled our bikes over trees, with the help. But this one particular one, this little small hole, like, I wasn't about to, like, those that know me, like, I can't move my head from my ear to here, like that motion, I can't do that. And I have limited space of looking up and down. But for me, I hate ducking. I hate it. And I tried to get up under the tree, and I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna do this. So I went down the hill around the tree and come back up, and I posted on video because to me it was a proud moment. It was kind of a good little uphill climb, but immediately got some like throwback. Ooh, take that shit down. So I took it down, and again, I'm rambling besides the point. Anyway, it's a great ride back, man. I hope we get to do it again sometime soon after after Silver Kings. So May 21st, 4th, first ride back. It's awesome. It was great. Felt good. No matter how you work out, at least still, it's nothing like riding. Like, I ended up getting sick twice. I puked halfway through the ride, and I puked while I was driving in the truck on the way home. Like, just because it is strenuous, a very strenuous activity. People do that for CrossFit. Well, people do it riding dirt bikes too. So, May 31st, entered my first expert regular enduro race. It was with the Northwest Motorcycle Association. The club was Over the Bars Gang, and it was in Centerville, Washington. So I finished seventh out of nine uh, expert 40-year-olds, and two of them are DNFs. I don't think they started the race, so technically I came in seventh out of seventh. It was an 80-mile sprint enduro, which I mean, it was easy. It was all fast and flowy. A lot of two-track, very little single track, but the single track they had, it wasn't necessarily technical, but it was kind of sketchy. It was a lot of grass and hidden rocks. So until the course got kind of beat down, you couldn't see all this stuff. So I was amazed at all the locals that they were just ripping through this stuff. Like my first lap, especially, that's my sighting lap, and I was just super chill mode. And I think I know everybody was passing me. I think the whole race I only passed like two people. Granted, I don't know, it started us every minute, so I don't know. Again, besides the point. So first race, it was a lot of fun, fast and flowy. It was a learning experience. That's a whole post within itself. I kind of want to do a video about that race in a positive way. It was good. June 9th, Travis with TBT, he's heading up to the Pacific Northwest, and I'm going to get my fork service. I'm going to meet him at a rest area. So it's just convenient versus meeting us here. We're not at a really good, I don't want to say it's not a really good RV park, but I think they strictly writing their rules. Like they don't want you working on nothing. So yeah, I figured to play it safe. Just meet him at a rest area. Besides, we'll have his truck in the sun or in the shade as well while he's working. So yep. So getting the bike ready for Silver Kings, and that happens June 9th when Travis services the forks. June 18th through 21st, that's the Silver Kings race. I'm ready for it. No real high expectations. I have some goals. It'd be nice to do a lap. And I think the format is kind of like TKO and how Grinding Stone is. I think you can make it to next stage or whatever the next day, ride multiple days. I can't remember. I haven't looked at the format, so I'm not fully prepped for it. Skip one. So probably a really important one. So I purchased airfare to Romania on May 1st. So because of that whole canal thing, like airfare doubled. So it usually averages airfare round trip to Romania roughly $1,500. Well, because of that whole canal and fuel prices and everything going up, it doubled. So when I went to go purchase my ticket on May 1st, it was $3,000 just for airfare. So I kind of regretted, like, oh man, I wish I should have done it like 4 months ahead of time. Well, the people that did it then, they got their flights canceled. I think the biggest one is because of the Munich hub for I can't say the airlines. They canceled all of their flights. So those people are having to rebook their flights. And now they're paying the super expensive airfares, the same thing. So it wouldn't have mattered if I would have gotten it early or not. That's what it seems like. But that is done. Got the airfare done. Got the FM racing is done. So I'll fly out of Portland, Oregon on July 21st. And I won't return until 3 weeks later on August 11th. So because of the whole Munich thing and me wanting to be making things as simple as possible, fly all the way to Cebu and fly Romania and fly out of the same town just to eliminate like any kind of complications with language barriers and all of that stuff. So I was originally only going to be there for 2 weeks, but they don't have any flights out until a week after the Romaniacs So I'm going to be there a week before, a week during, and a week after the race, and when I fly back. So I guess it's a good thing, because I told Maria, it's kind of like, well, it's a beautiful place. I've been looking at Google Images, and now that I've been to Europe, or I should say well, she's been a lot. But yeah, I'm kind of anxious to see the beauty. I mean, I hope I get to see Dracula's castle. That's kind of a thing that'll be kind of cool. So I'm gonna see all this stuff, and hopefully one day we get to go back, me and Maria both, and I could be kind of like her professional tour guide, you know, show her all the things that I got to see while I was over there. So with that said, it's 15 minutes. I won't ramble on too much longer. I'm working on a full lap YouTube video of the race that I did yesterday. Told Maria I was gonna go to the gym today and then wash clothes, but she don't know it. But I'm not doing anything today. It's like in some ways I really want to push myself, you know, kind of as if I'm doing Romaniacs. Like, it's gonna be difficult every day, but I'm kind of looking at it like, man, you know, it was an 80-mile race, and granted it wasn't like the Wickenburg single track 100-mile or 90-mile race in Arizona, but it's still 80 miles. Everybody's still hard. So even if it's a chill ride. So yeah, I'll leave it at that for now. Have an update possibly in another week or two before or after Silver Kings. Kind of a little undecided right now. I mentioned something. So I ordered a rear tire that Travis Baldwin recommended for me. He's out of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. He recommended it for the Silver Kings. So I purchased that from Slavens Racing. And man, that thing, I got an email that it was ordered, and like an hour later it was shipped. So props to them. I've been using Slavens now for probably about 2 years. And I think they're the title or one of the main sponsors for US Hard Enduro. But yeah, awesome guys. What it made me think of is in the middle of yesterday, or during the race, I lost a little seat clip on the front part of your seat on the KTM 300 XCFWs that bolts into the gas tank. So luckily I didn't lose my seat yesterday, and it stayed on the whole time. Like, I didn't even notice it until I was putting my bike back on the rack. And I'm glad I noticed it, because the seat would have flew off going down the road, most likely. About a 2-hour drive back going down the interstate. So I took it off and ordered that new clip. I'm sure it'll probably be here in a couple of days, but I ended up getting I got the Bulletproof Designs aluminum one. So I'm hoping that works out pretty good. The other one I had in there, I had it cross-threaded a little bit. It was the plastic one, and I couldn't get it back out. And I just figured, like, well, leave it. So that's what I did, and the bolt came out yesterday finally, when I at least wanted it to. So that's that. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you all for the support. Hope you enjoy the vids, and catch you on the trail. Catch you down the road. All right, later.